Hello everybody, this is RBR short from 13, aka Ryan, and today I am doing a video basically thanking my subscribers for being so supportive in this time of my life right now where it's very challenging, where it's very difficult with coping with um, uh, my mental disorders and all that. And I'm not gonna talk about it. Like I'm not gonna make a bunch of videos talking about my PTSD and anxiety and all that stuff and depression. Um, but I just want to thank you guys for the video I made where I was talking about um, uh, I don't receive a lot of comments as much when I made the video that I was talking about me turning 23. I got a lot of comments from people, a lot of support, and I really grateful for that. Um, and also, I want to show you guys what my room looks like now. I remodeled my room. I'll make a video one day of like showing just like everything in my room. Uh, but this is one background. This is where my bed is, and all my Star Wars posters. Um, this room is incredible. I have horror movie posters, Jason, Michael, and all this, and then uh, I have video game posters over here, and just it's amazing. And I also got two new chairs. I got a recliner and I got like this chair. Uh, I've lived here in PA for about a year, almost a year and a half, and I'm still processing the environment. It takes me a long time to adapt to any environment. When I was a kid and I would move to a different city or a town, even if it was just 20 minutes away from where I used to live, it took me a long time to adapt. Uh, but it's been going really well for me. Um, like therapy is going really great. I've been making some friends, not like a lot of friends, but I've been making a few friends. Um, I don't hang out with them as I could, as much as I, would want to because of my anxiety and stuff like that. So certain things, like my anxiety prevents me from being social with people. Like if I didn't have anxiety, I'd be out there in the world right now hanging out with, you know, so many people. But uh, it's not that easy for me. I make these movies, and what's great about that is like when I'm making movies, I can work with people and create a bond, a friendship, a collaborative process where um, uh, I respect that person respects me. So um, I say that my issues and everything, they're not as bad as they once were. I'm just not going to go into it, but I went through something very traumatic uh, um, back when I was 13. Um, I went through domestic abuse, domestic physical abuse. Um, I haven't really made any videos talking about it because I wasn't ready. But I'm going to write a book in the future about it. So hopefully to help other kids, other people that are going through domestic abuse at home by their step dad or stepmom. Um, in this case, it was physical abuse from my stepdad. Um, not my new stepdad, my ex stepdad. This was like almost 10 years ago. Something happened to me, and it was like a horror movie. It was really literally like a horror movie. Um, what's the insane irony, or I don't even know what. But I remember I got the Halloween Blu-ray, the original. It was the first Blu-ray that came out the night before a bunch of that happened, and I remember watching it, and then shit hit the fan when my stepdad came home. So yeah, it was I when I'm gonna write a book about it, and people can buy the book and read all that. I'm not gonna make 10, 20, 30 videos talking about it. I never even really talk about it, but that's why I'm in therapy. And yeah, PTSD, it never goes away, guys. If you have PTSD, I completely feel it. I totally get it. I totally do. Like, I might look like somebody that had the perfect life, and oh yeah, no, I didn't. Um, it was not easy for me, and it still isn't. Of course, there's people that have it way worse than me, and I am truly grateful for a lot of things in my life. Big example is this: my room. You know, this is an incredible room. I have amazing recliner chair. I have an amazing desk chair. I have an iMac. I have a TV. I have uh, all these posters and Xbox and PlayStation. It's those are the things I really cherish, and of course certain family members and that whole thing. But every day it's a challenge. You know, I hope that one day I can wake up and just not feel that way. Um, so I really, really am grateful for your guys' support. Um, that even whatever videos I make about this, even if I feel like I'm, you know, annoying you guys or whatever, like you guys will comment and show your support like that. It's just that means a lot, and YouTube comments, they're not everything, I know, but I've been on YouTube for almost 10 years, and it means a lot because I joined YouTube just a few months after that happened to me with my stepdad. And it was an amazing escape making those movies. Uh, a lot happened during that time. I made all those films, and they still are an escape for me. I'm able to vent out so much into my art, in an artistic way and entertain people. Um, but thank you guys, thank you. Uh, um, that's all I can really say is thank you. I mean, you guys are incredible. I don't know who you guys are, but to comment on my videos and to show support, is everything. I mean, when you join YouTube and you put your face out there, you hope people will like you. You hope people you know don't hate you, or oh, he's annoying, or this or that. I'm pretty sure there's some people that don't like me. I'm used to it. I was bullied in middle school. Wait till you guys read my book. Oh my god. I'm gonna write it, and it's gonna be really great. Um, it's literally like a movie. It's literally like a movie. You cannot write this. You think when you're born into the world, you know, you think of course anything can happen to you, but you don't think when you watch horror movies, or suspense thrillers or whatever, you don't think those things can happen to you. And then when they do, at a young age, really young, it enhanced my anxiety, it enhanced my depression. So I do get very isolated, and it's hard for me to go outside a lot. Even when I make my movies, my heart's pounding. I'm sweating. Like I have so much anxiety. Um, but it's good that I get out there, that I get outside and do something, because yeah, it's really tough. But I'm always be forever grateful that I have your guys' support like this, you know, and I've had so much support from you guys for almost 10 years. 10 years next year, I've been on YouTube for almost 10 years now, and I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. That it's gone that fast, but a lot of that, making all those movies, it was to just not to not think about it, not think about what I went through. And the more that I pushed that away, the more it came back. And literally, I get these moments where I feel like I'm living in that time again, and I'm not even myself, which is really scary. Um, and and there's just times where I get flashbacks. I get flashbacks of what he did, and then it's just hard to talk about. I mean, I'm saying this to the entire world, you know, and so this isn't like a group therapy session or talking to my therapist, so it's a little difficult, but um, uh, just every time I look at the scar on my arm, um, this arm, you know, I look at it, and either it will show how strong I am, how I fought through that and got through all that, and you know, and where I am now as a filmmaker. And then there'll be times where it'll ruin my day. It'll ruin my day, um, and I can't think of anything, and I'll just isolate myself. But you know, uh, life is not as bad as it was. You know, it was literally I got the worst over with in my life, and I just I just I can't handle the world getting worse for me or people treating me a certain way, you know. And as I grew up, I I learned more and more how to respect people, treat others the way you want to be treated, you know, kind of thing, and attitude, approach, all those things that are very important. That's how I was raised, and it comes far. Uh, and yeah, I in the past I've helped people before, and that's why I'm going to write that book because I know there are other kids that are my age when I was that age that are probably going through a similar situation or the same thing. It uh, it can happen to anybody, and it's really sad. And it has taken over my life since that night, and I really didn't want to uh, tell myself, you know, that's stopping me from everything. I tried to block it away as best I could, but the more I did that, it came back. So that's why I'm in therapy right now. It's going really great. I've actually receiving the best therapy I've ever received in the past, in almost 10 years that I've been in counseling. Um, and it's a challenge. It's a everyday thing. Um, but I always try to entertain people, entertain you guys with my movies. It makes my life. I mean, like it makes me feel like I'm worthy, you know, or that I'm meaningful to something, you know, and that means a lot to me because it shows there's a life I have that's not the past that I can live now, you know. Um, but what I'm learning is to not throw away those traumatic thoughts, but to just experience what's happening right now, experience how I'm feeling on this chair, how you know, like how when I sit on it, how I feel about this computer, the way the graphics are, you know, or these posters, you know, like you know, just kind of living the moment instead of you know pushing those thoughts away. Just experience everything, you know, and not uh, be like, no, no, go away, which I still do that, but it's not as much as it was. So yeah, it takes a long time. It takes a long time, and yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for all your support. That I can always talk about this stuff. I'm truly grateful for that, and that I have, you know, subscribers. I don't know if I call you guys fans. You know, I mean that's pretty cool. You know, but you know, I hope you guys enjoy Devil Servant. I'm really excited to release that movie. I'm uh, the music is almost done for the movie. My music composer, he has one more track to work on, and then I can put all the music lined up with the movie. So I'm really excited for that. And yeah, life hasn't been going too bad for me. I've just been taking it easy and you know, just fighting through every day. You know, but I'm trying to experience what's around me every day rather so than thinking of my traumatic past. So yeah. Uh, you guys can comment below if you've went through anything similar. If you went through domestic abuse, a step parent that put you through physical abuse, um, just comment. And yeah, um, like I said, you just don't think these things could happen to you, you know. And then when they do, you know, you can't accept it, you know. You can't accept it at first. It takes such a long time to be like, yeah, that happened. How am I going to get through this, you know? You know, how am I going to live my life without that, you know? So, and domestic abuse can be multiple things. So, for me, it was like, it was, well, like I said, the scar on my arm, it was just hard to talk about. But, um, yeah, it's taking a lot for me to even talk about it in this video right now, because in I all for the almost past 10 years I've made videos talking about anxiety, depression, um, everything, but but to mainly talk about why I have all these things. You know, it's this is the first video I've really talked about it. But like I said, I'm writing that book, and it's not going to be in a year, you know, but it will come out, and hopefully you guys will buy it, and hopefully it will help you guys understand me more. Um, and you know, we all go through shit. You know, we all go through traumatic. Well, most of us go through traumatic things, or a lot of us. Not everybody does. You know, some people get lucky. Uh, you know, that's life. You know, some of us get lucky, some of us don't. You know, we can't pick our family. You know, but we can choose how we live our life, you know, when we're adults. And because a lot of things are out of our control when we're growing up, even when you're a teenager. You're still a kid when you're a teenager. You know, when I was a teenager, I thought I was this grown adult, that I could do everything, think everything, you know, like I knew everything. You don't, you know. I mean, when you're that young, I mean, your brain's still. I took psychology when I was in high school, and I learned apparently your brain's not even fully developed till 21, 22. That's what I read. I mean, that's what was taught, educated to me in class. So yeah, even when you're a teenager, you're a kid, and you're young, and so if anything happens to you at 13, you know, it's still as traumatic as it would be if you were 8, you know, or if something happened to you at 16, you know, you're still a kid then, you know, and you may even, there's a lot of 16-year-olds that don't look, there's actually 16-year-olds that look older than me. Like, I look like I'm a senior in high school, and I'm 23 years old, so we all age differently, you know, but, you know, you're really, you can't, a lot of us can't really comprehend or understand a lot of things until we're adults. Even if you had a lot of maturance or a few matureness about you, You know, it sometimes takes a lot. It takes a lot of time till you're an adult. It took me till I was an adult to really wake up. And I think because what the traumatic things I went through at a young age, wasn't there, and I was put on so many medications when I was a teenager. Like my psychiatrist, they just wanted me on these meds. You know, I just how it was. Um, and yeah. Whew. So yeah, this is a little difficult to talk about, but you know, I mean, and for the world to change in any way, you know, for us to put our foot down and say, you know what, you know, we're not gonna let we're not gonna let him ruin our life. You know, whoever put you through abuse or whatever, you know, that guy's not gonna win. That man's not gonna win. You know, and that we can live our lives, you know, and not let him control us. You know, it could even be a her. Like you know, a lot of people go through abuse with women as well. It's both genders. I hate this whole it's all men. You know what I mean? Or it's all you know. That sometimes, well, a lot of times, women get a pass because they're women. Um, it's just it's the person. Doesn't matter your gender. You know. And my experience is it doesn't matter what gender you are. You can be a certain way, whoever you are. It depends on what you choose in your life. And if you bring kids into this world, you know, you have to really promise yourself that you're not going to put your kids through things that will traumatize them for life and will affect them every day. And then you get mad at your kid for feeling that way when that was your fault. And that's, you know, a lot of us go through that. And I know what that feels like. I know this is probably one of my deepest videos, but there'll be lighter videos coming up soon. Fall's coming up, Halloween time. Halloween always cheers me up. It's always a fun time. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Halloween 2018 is coming out. Cannot wait. And my movie's coming out next month. So October is a very exciting month. I really cannot wait for October. And November and December, like I love Christmas time. Um, I just love the decorations. I love the Christmas lights. I remember when I was a little kid, I just love Christmas lights. The lights, you know, it was so cool. And the music, you know, it just it's nostalgia. If and I was a '90s kid. Well, no, people would say I'm an early 2000s kid, mid 2000s, but I was born in '95, and I remember a lot of the '90s, even though I was really young. Um, what a simple time. You know, we've come far a long way, our world now, with Um, a lot of things have progressed, which is really important. Um, but I think what was so fun about the '90s is we didn't have all this technology. Um, there wasn't, and I think what really bothers me with technology now is AI. So like Siri, Alexa, um, see, Siri, Alexa, and iPhones. There you go. An Apple Watch. You know, I mean, it's getting out of hand. That's my opinion. I didn't even know what a computer was when I was like a little kid. Like there was no such thing as a computer. My parents never had a computer. If anything, my dad had a cheap. He had a PC laptop for his job. I remember it was like '99, early 2000s, and I was like, ooh. But I never saw an Apple computer until I was 13, until I was in middle school. I took a video production class, and then I became a Mac fanboy. Now I'm not an Apple fanboy because I hate iPhones. I hate iPhones. I really do. They're I liked them in the beginning because they were portable. You know, the screen was big enough. You could put it in your pocket and you could just you know whatever. But now, it feels like a brick in my pocket, you know, and it's so easy to fall out, and there's no headphone jack, so that's, you know, that's terrible. And I love that there's so many people talking about the new iPhones that are coming out that came out, and they're like, I ain't buying it, I ain't buying it. Like finally, people are like, you know what? No, you know, and that's awesome. But anyway, thank you guys for all your support. More videos in the future. I can finally make videos in my room more through with my iMac, with my webcam. It's so cool. So it's gonna be easier to make videos now. I won't have to go in the living room with all that background noise. Um, you know, I can just sit in this chair and talk, and I feel like this is awesome. In the future, I could get like a mic, you know, to my computer and like talk to, you know, have it close to me, and you know, you can hear me really clear. So, you know, all in time. But thank you guys for all your support. I'm really grateful for it. And here we go, guys. Fall. 2 days. It'll be the beginning of October, and I think I'll make a video. I think just to celebrate that it's fall. You know, I've been really waiting for a long time for fall, for October time. I'm so excited. Halloween time. And I think also the hype for this new Halloween movie is a big reason. But it's just a fun holiday. I have too many great memories. Some of the best memories are Halloween time. And why I say Halloween time is because I've had memories late September all through October in my lifetime of doing a bunch of things for Halloween. And you know, things are different when you're an adult, but you can still have fun. You know, you can still go to haunted houses, mazes, whatever you call it, hay rides. You know, I love those. And now as an adult, Halloween parties. It's no longer trick or treating, but you have Halloween parties, which are cool. I went to my first Halloween party last year, which was really fun. That was really hard for me, but Halloween parties are not. It's 10 times easier to go to a Halloween party than just a standard party because I can put makeup on and you know play a character, you know, and so I can kind of you know go into a different world when I meet new people, and whatever anxiety I have, it doesn't show as much. It's just easier to maintain. It's always hard, but yeah, I'm growing up, and I've learned a lot about life. I'm still learning. I don't know everything. Who knows everything anyway? Maybe like what 100 people in this world know everything. The people we don't even know, that hide their faces. So most of us people don't know everything. I find it hilarious to see people that think they know everything when you know absolutely nothing. You know, I for me to say I don't know everything, and especially all that I went through in the past, I think is a big deal. I love learning about life every day. I love learning more and more, and learning new things. Like why, well, you know, how boring would it be to know everything all at once? You know, then there's no suspense. You know, um, but yeah, it's not a bad thing to not know everything too. You know, so don't let people say, "Oh, you don't know everything." So, you know, people today, I'm telling you, not everybody, you know, but uh, what a cynical time, you know. But a lot of us have been through a lot of shit, so I get it. But hopefully, you know, there'll be a change in the future. A lot of people will write a book like me and really push a movement to other people that are going through this to make them not feel alone. And it's already, you know, there's already things like that now, but I feel like we still need to work on that our world and stop domestic abuse. You know, got to stop this. You know, because it's happening all around the world. It happened to me, and it ruined my life. It ruined my life before it even started, and I'm even amazed how far I've come. That, this room, I live in PA. I'm making movies, nonprofit, and it's going great. And I'm truly grateful for it, and I'm grateful for you guys, all my subscribers, and your guys' excitement for my films. It just means the world to me. So every time you guys comment, it feels incredible. It brightens my face. I smile. I smile. I'm like, oh, it just So hopefully that one day I'll gain 10,000 subscribers. I'm gonna go to other websites as well, Vimeo, and explore my other options. A website. I might make a website, but it's not going to be right now. It's going to be way in the future. I have to be really ready for that and really be like, all right, I can create this website and do all this and do this and do this. Because if I'm going to create a website, I'm going to go all out. So it's going to be a long time. So right now it's YouTube Ryan, YouTube RBR 13, and if any of you guys are on PlayStation, PS4, or Xbox One, you guys can message me if you want. It's really hard for me to talk on a microphone because my anxiety, I'm like shaking. And a lot of people I've talked to on mics throughout time don't really understand that. And then it's really hard to explain to them, That's why things got to change. But if you guys are cool with talking to somebody that has a lot of anxiety, but will be nice to you, go message me on my PS4. I'm RBR Films. It's all in one, RBR Films, and then my Xbox One, RBR Short Films 13, same as my YouTube channel. And I'll create links soon to those. And if you guys you guys want to play online, let me know. I got the Friday the 13th video game. I waited to play it. I haven't played it yet. I haven't even opened it yet. I'm waiting for that moment to where it's like, okay, I can play this game, because I was making Ghostface versus Jason and The Miner versus Jason for such a long time, but and I think because I was making 2 Jason movies, for this amount of time, I didn't have the energy to play a video game, of Jason or that story, because my mind was focused on another part of Friday the 13th, Jason, and so yeah, when you're the writer and director of fan films, you get feelings a lot of times that you're really making an actual movie, and but I'm gonna start playing the game soon. So this is my video, guys. A lot of times I don't know when to stop my videos, because it's fun to let things out. I like to be real with people. I'm not somebody that is all fake. I would hate. I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't live with myself if I was fake. I don't know how people can put a fake smile on their face, every day, and hold in so much, so much pain, anger, sadness, trauma, whatever. It's not healthy to hold it in. Some people think that their life is better without talking about all that, and that's most of those people, their lives are destroyed because of that, or they lose themselves, or a lot of things. So it's always important to be real with yourself, and it's a very hard thing to do. It's a very hard thing to do. I know exactly what that feels like, to just be opened up to people, and then be afraid of what they're going to say. Oh, you're weak. Oh, move on. Oh, whoa, whoa, da, da. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But, be strong, guys. We live in a really dark time, like I said, but things can always change. It's us people that, we have to find some way to compromise on a lot of things. That word compromise is so crucial, because I don't see any other way with our world except compromising. Uh, You know, it can't just be this way, you know, and it can't just be this way. Because if it keeps doing that, you know, that's how things get worse, you know. So just hope for the best, and I hope the best for my subscribers that are supporting me, and any new subscribers, you know, feel free to comment and show your support. If you don't, it's okay. You know, I know how hard it is to comment on somebody's video that even if you're going through, if that person's going through the same thing you're going through, and you know, and despite how much you'd like to comment, you just have that anxiety to not talk about it. I know exactly what that feels like, and I'm still struggling with that as well. So I can't judge that person for being to have that anxiety to be like, oh, well, I don't want to say this to RBR Shrimp 13 because I don't want him to judge me or this or that. Like I wouldn't. So I'm probably one of the YouTubers you can comment and you'll get a response from me that you can comment, and you guys comment and get a response from me, and I won't say anything terrible about you. I won't judge you, because then that makes me a hypocrite. You know, that makes pretty much everyone a hypocrite to say, who gives them the right to say all this shit to you, you know, when they don't know you, you know. So yeah, that's my video, guys. Uh, with my room, I remodeled it just a couple days ago. My sister helped me, Cassidy. Uh, you know, my sister's so awesome. You know, me and her didn't get along when we were teenagers. When we were making the Ghostface movies, we were not we weren't really friends, you know. And as we have grown older, we've become closer, and that's what our family told us when we were little. When you guys get older, you'll be closer. And when we were that age, you don't think that, you know, when you're that young. But when you become an adult, there's that point where you know, wow, you know, we were kids, you know. That's why we didn't like each other. So you know, it is great when you can get along with your sibling, you know, because I know a lot of people, they have siblings, they, you know, where they hate each other forever, and you know, it's always great, especially if you have one sibling. Cassidy's my only sibling, you know, and to make it work, you know, to get along, you know, and she helped me with my room. You know, she did this for me. It shows how much she cares about me, and I'm grateful for that. And she may not know that, but yeah. So that's my video. This is my cup holder on my desk, guys. Isn't this cool? This was actually in the Friday 13th box set that I bought back in 2013, and it made it was in the Minor vs. Jason the Ghostface story. In the one shot where Ghostface steps on it, if you watch right in the beginning of the movie, you'll see that. And it's in black and white, but that's what this was. So, yep, I'll make a video in the future about my room more in fall, and just all these things, all these uh, different kind of videos, you know, more on its way. So, hope you guys enjoyed my video. Hopefully this wasn't too long. I know this is like almost 40 minutes. I know I make long videos, but you know, hopefully you guys like long videos. You know, not all my videos are long. You guys have seen where I've made 30-second videos. Like when I wish a Happy New Year, it's literally a 30-second video. Or a couple other videos that are like 30 seconds, you know, or a minute, you know. So it just depends on the video, and I think it depends on how I'm feeling and what I want to say on camera, you know. You know, when you show your face to the world and you know, talk to the world, you know, you just want to, you know, you want to say what you want to say. You know, it's freedom of speech, you know, and that is really important, guys. Don't forget that. Don't forget freedom of speech. You know, if we don't have our freedom of speech, you know, and our freedom of opinion, it's really important. Despite whoever you are, you know, I've just seen this where you know a lot of free speech has been taken away, and of course, you know, there is a limit. You know, I get it, but we all have we all have a right to an opinion, even if so. If someone comments and says you're an asshole, or I don't like you, or your movies suck. Am I going to let that person ruin my life? Am I going to make a big deal out of it, make a video about it? Oh, this person said this about me, and oh, like, I don't got time for it. And how does so many people got time for it? They want to start these battles, and it's not healthy, guys. You might think it's healthy at the time of your life, but when you get older, you're gonna realize how unhealthy that was. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I will talk to you all very soon. I'll make a video in a couple days, and wishing everyone happy fall. So hope you guys enjoyed this 40-minute video, and me talking about everything, not everything, but a lot of things, and hopefully this helped you guys understand me better. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, peace.